Hey Dressage superstars, welcome to Dressage Mastery TV. My name is Tash and I'm a Grand Prix Dressage rider from Australia, and this is my Grand Prix horse Arbor, and we're here to help you with all your questions dressage related. So today we have a question from Elizabeth in New Zealand, who's a Dressage Mastery Academy member. She would like to know how to get her downward transitions good enough, because the horse is not listening to them. She's telling the horse she's in canter and telling the horse to trot, and he's just not listening. He just keeps cantering. So I trust that's a normal challenge that lots of riders have. I know I can remember so clearly 10 years ago I was riding my horse and trying not to use my hands to get the horse to trot, and I was cantering for like 20 minutes, crying my eyes out because I couldn't get the horse to trot. So if you're in canter and you want your horse to trot, it is very correct, you don't want to pull. So a bad transition is me going trot, using my hands and just being really ugly about it. You want to be able to communicate with your horse and do a trot transition so no one even knows that you asked. So that would just be using your seat and into trot, and no change in the contact. But to get that from my horse, sorry, my horse wants to play it today. To get that from the horse, you need to set it up using lots of half halts. So half halt, nearly trot, nearly trot, nearly trot. You can see his canter's getting more on the spot because I'm nearly trotting. So therefore, when I apply my seat, he just goes into trot. Now, it wasn't just that. I did use half halts as well. So yeah, I used half halts to collect the canter, but then also in the trot transition, I did apply an outside rein connection. So when I'm asking the horse to collect the canter, even if you're on a young horse, I'll show you on a young horse later, but you still need to use your outside rein. So here's a steady outside rein. And then what happens is I go, okay, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt. You'll be able to see that in the GoPro. And then so that's half halt the canter, half halt the canter, half halt the canter. So I'm telling the horse something's happening. I'm not letting the horse, you'll never be able to do a trot transition if the horse is in a really forward canter. You've got to collect it, got to collect it, got to collect it with those half halts, and then and trot. And you can see I just hold that outside rein, so it's collect, 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 trot. And then that's paired up with my seat. And what happens is you've got to practice. You've got to tell the horse what your aids mean. So if you've been to SeaWorld or know anything about dolphin training or train a dog, you know all animals can be trained to commands. When you say to your dog sit, it sits. It doesn't sit because it knows English and it knows you want it to sit. It wasn't born that way. What happened was you probably paired the sit word with food and got the dog to sit by moving the food back, so the dog went for the food and ended up sitting on its hind legs. And it worked out when it did something that you gave it food for or a reward for, then that's what you wanted it to do. And it's the same as the horse. When you practice these canter trot transitions, the first time, the third time, the 10th time, the horse won't know what you're doing. But as you keep pairing the stimulus and the response that you want to get, and you keep rewarding when the horse does it, even close to how you want it, then that's how you can train the horse and that's how you can get it responding to the aids that you want. So enjoy your week, have a super week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.